San Diego real estate market pandemic. Actually, this applies to the whole Southern California real estate market as well. In just a month, our nation went from a stock market that was reaching all-time highs and a very prosperous nation to a nation entering what realistically looks like another Great Depression. In 2 weeks, 10 million people went on unemployment. Our government suspended the April 15th tax day, put a moratorium on rent payments and mortgage payments. We also saw what was anticipated to be a 2-week stay-at-home lockdown almost immediately morph into a 6-week remain-at-home and social distancing effort to flatten out the rising curve of infection and so not overload our healthcare system. Then we had the government speedily pass what could be easily be a $6 trillion rescue bill. So even though I have over 3 decades of residential real estate experience, most of it achieved here in San Diego, California, if you're expecting me to tell you definitively how the San Diego real estate market or the Southern California real estate market is going to come out of this unprecedented pandemic and economic calamity, not only can't I give you the specific conclusions you're looking for or even a well-informed possible outlook, I cannot. Actually, I don't believe there is any real estate professional who could with any certainty tell you how this all plays out for the residential real estate market. Certainly, at times like this, I think being optimistic is a priority, but I don't think being overly optimistic is prudent at this time. I believe that if I gathered up 10 top economists and asked them the same question, what do you think will be the effect on residential real estate as the economy emerges from our lockdown state? I'll most assuredly get 10 different opinions, each one of them probably backed up by very believable scenarios. Obviously, one of the 10 economic opinions will be right or close to right, but that will only be able to be determined perhaps a year or so after the economy starts to gear up again. I think we should all understand that we are living through historic times, that we will have profound and game-changing impact not only on the San Diego residential real estate market, but real estate markets throughout the United States. With that said, I think believing that the residential real estate market here in San Diego will come back from what is sure to be a major impact is just naive. As I said in a prior article about the virus's effect on the real estate market, I believe here in Southern California and San Diego in particular, we could be cushioned to some degree by from the negative impacts because of our shortage of supply of affordable homes. Please understand, I said cushioned from the impact, not spared from it. I'm sure for many that believe that once we come out of this government-mandated stay-at-home order, things will start humming right along and or just return to normal relatively quickly in the residential real estate market, all I can say is I really hope that you're correct. But being a realist, I doubt that very much. I do understand that mortgage rates are at extremely low levels, almost unheard of rates. But who really cares what the mortgage rate is if you're out of work or have been scared by the thought that perhaps for the first time ever, you may not be certain of retaining your job or paying off the obligations that you built up over this shutdown. Perhaps you're worried about the economic cost of the government's aid package. I mean, what will be the ultimate consequences of such a huge aid package? After all, the government cannot just keep issuing or extending monetary incentives by just adding zeros to the national deficit. Will we be looking at some type of hyperinflation because of all this monetary expansion? Or, as some believe, is it possible that the economy will enter into deflation? Sure, there's a third possibility, and that's the possibility that we will see a solid and steady recovery for the economy. And in a few years, just look back on this historic event as a speed bump in our social and economic history. Let's hope the outcome will be like the speed bump. Obviously, it's the best scenario. So in conclusion, I hope everyone is staying safe during this challenging time. If you are not directly affected by the virus, I recommend that you stay aware of what's happening, but don't let it overwhelm you. These are historic and uncertain times, but one thing is certain: we will get past this. For information about the current condition of the San Diego residential real estate market, be sure to visit brokerforyou.com. The 4 is FOR and the U is YOU. Hey, thanks.